What do you think the wet ingredient's gonna be in the brownies? Eggs? Nope, guess again. Butter? No, try again. Oil? Nope. Pumpkin? Applesauce? Nope. How about a diet soda? What is going on, guys? I'm Rahul and we are back with another recipe video. And this one's gonna be brownies made with this thing, a diet soda. I know, crazy. I was scrolling through Instagram and I landed on this page called Low Cal Recipes 98. And I'm looking through her recipes and all of her story highlights are just something called ridiculous brownies. I'm like, what are ridiculous brownies? We know brownies are good, but ridiculous brownies, what's that? So I'm looking, and she has these low-cal brownies made using soda. I'm quite intrigued, and her entire story is filled with other people making these brownies. Her entire highlights, she has like 20 pages of highlights just of reposts of people making these brownies. And I'm feeling kind of left out, you know, because I haven't tried these brownies. She keeps reposting them and she's hyping them up like crazy. And if so many people are making them, so many people are enjoying them, I had to try it out and I had to show you guys, is it a good recipe or is it not? This is a really low cal recipe with very few minimal ingredients that you probably already have at home. It is gonna be really easy to make, it is gonna be really quick to make, and the only wet ingredient, there's no pumpkin, there's no applesauce to make these brownies low calorie, it's just Diet Coke, or Diet Pepsi, because that's what we have right here. We're gonna use this along with a couple of other ingredients, whip up these brownies, bake them in the oven, and let's see how good these really are. And if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's jump right into the video. So let's jump into all the ingredients you're gonna need for this recipe. First things first, a diet soda. That is diet soda, and that tastes good to me. Had to do a quick test check to make sure that the diet soda tastes good, and it passes the test. So make sure your diet soda tastes good, guys. Next thing, cocoa. I have Special Dark. You can use any cocoa you'd like. She didn't specify, and if you don't know what cocoa to buy, the darker the better. And we're gonna need some regular flour. I know, crazy, it's a protein recipe. We should be using only protein powder, nothing else. Guys, she said she wants regular flour, so we are gonna use regular flour. This is just white, regular flour, so unlike the cocoa where the darker the better, for the flour, the lighter the better. And we are gonna need protein powder. The bag needs to be the size of your body. This is an 11-pound bag, and I am running through this like crazy, making a bunch of recipes. I don't drink protein powder, but I use it for baking, for cooking, for a bunch of recipes, and I'm always using it to make food taste better. I know, crazy, you guys think protein powder tastes bad? You guys are using the wrong protein powder. Get a protein powder that tastes good. If yours tastes bad, it is not because all protein powder tastes bad. It's because the one you have tastes bad. Try a different one. Maybe you'll like it. She said she used My Protein Impact Whey chocolate. I have My Protein Impact Whey chocolate brownie. It just makes more sense. We're making a brownie, why not use chocolate brownie flavored protein powder? And we're gonna need some erythritol. I know, crazy word, it sounds like a science experiment and you don't wanna touch it. Trust me guys, all erythritol is some sweet stuff that is powdered, and it is a 1-to-1 replacement for sugar. So unlike those packets of stevia or sucralose or Splenda that you can get that are a lot stronger than the equivalent amount of sugar, this one is a 1-to-1 replacement. So if you're gonna use a cup of sugar in a recipe, you can use a cup of this. And this has very, very close to 0 calories. So it is a great replacement. And the last ingredient you're gonna need is some baking powder. And with that, let's get started. So first thing, preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. So she definitely is not from the United States where I'm from, because we don't use Celsius. We're different from the rest of the world and we use Fahrenheit. So 180 degrees Celsius, whatever that is in Fahrenheit. One sec, let me check. So I am back from math class and 180 degrees Celsius is 356 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know how I'm gonna get that on my oven because my oven just says 350 and it's gonna be really hard for me to get to 356. So this is gonna be the end of this recipe video. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Just kidding. Grab your food scale. And if you don't have one of these by now, what are you doing? Just come to my house. I will literally give you my food scale. You need one of these. It is essential. It is 2021 and we are gonna say goodbye to using measuring spoons, measuring cups, tablespoons, teaspoons, all that stuff gone. The only way to measure is a food scale. What she says is mix all the dry ingredients, then add the wet ingredients, or wet ingredient, singular. All it is gonna be a Diet Coke. I am sorry, Pepsi, I keep referring to you as Diet Coke. Coke is better than Pepsi, or is Pepsi better than Coke? Comment down below. So dry ingredients, first thing's gonna be 21 grams of cocoa. And one by one, the dry ingredients will disappear to that side of my kitchen counter, which you cannot see because the camera won't show it. She says use 15 to 20 grams of flour, less flour for more fudgier brownies, more flour for less fudgier brownies, and more cakey brownies. If you like cakey brownies, you like cake, you don't like brownies. Brownies need to be fudgy, come on. We are not using 20 grams, we're gonna use 15 grams because the fudgier the brownies, the better. Next up, 45 grams of erythritol. Erythritol, hard to say. Why am I not using a spoon to take this out of the bag? Good question. And 12 grams of protein powder, which is about half a scoop of this protein. Do you see that? 12 grams, I nailed that. I use this protein powder so much, I can just eyeball everything. Maybe I don't need a food scale anymore. Just kidding, I need the food scale. And 1/6 teaspoon baking powder. I can't measure that out with a food scale and she didn't give me the grams amount. So, we are gonna do the best we can. So this is a teaspoon and we need 1/6 of this. Hold up. Okay, so this is 1/8 of a teaspoon and she said 1/6 and 1/8 is smaller than 1/6. So we are gonna use 1/8 and then a little more. That should be fine. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, Rahul, you sold me on a food scale. I was just about to buy one, but now you're using a measuring spoon. This is a very rare occurrence on this channel, and it will never happen again. Get a food scale. So that's 1/8, and then a little bit more. That should work. All our dried greens in the bowl. Give it a mix, and then we're gonna add the Diet Coke. I have a baking pan here, lined with some parchment paper. I have to win some sort of award for this. Do you see what I came up with? I took magnets off of my fridge, put them on here, and then I found one of these, what are these, paper clips I think? And put that on. And this is clamped down. I am impressed with myself, guys. Guys, I almost forgot this, but she said a pinch of salt. And she knows what she's doing because Gordon Ramsay adds a pinch of salt in his brownies, and so does Low-Cal Recipes 98. She must be a chef like Gordon. All right, let's add the diet soda now. So 120 grams of this is going into this. I've been sipping on this the whole time. I really hope that there's still 120 grams left. If not, actually it's not a bad thing if there isn't 120 grams because I'll just go crack open another one. This feels like a science experiment because I'm pouring something bubbly in. It's fizzing. It's really fizzing. Whoa, that batter tastes really good. Chocolate and diet soda? That goes really well together. Or diet pop, wherever you are in the world. If you're in Canada, if you're in the Midwest, you probably say pop and you don't say soda. But I'm on the East Coast in New Jersey, and I've been saying soda my entire life. Yo, this is working. My problems have been solved. So we got all this mixed up. It looks like a thick chocolate milk or a very thin brownie batter, but she says bake it and it will come out like a brownie. So I'm gonna trust her. I'm gonna pour this right into my pan contraption. We're gonna throw this in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 356. So she says it's gonna take 30 minutes, but start checking it at 20 minutes. So you know how you're not supposed to lick brownie batter because it has raw eggs in it, and those raw eggs give you salmonella and then bad things could happen? Well, guess what brownie batter does not have raw eggs in it so you can lick it? Low-cal recipes 98 brownie batter. Delicious. So guys, I'm scrolling through this girl's Instagram and I'm so impressed. She has so many low-cal recipes. She's like half cook, half scientist. Like, she is whipping up all kinds of crazy stuff. Her kitchen is probably like a science lab. She is using all kinds of ingredients. She is making all kinds of recipes. I will leave it linked to her Instagram down below. Go check out her Instagram, go give her a follow, and let's get into the macros of this thing. So if you make this the exact same way I made it, which is with 15 grams of flour instead of 20 grams of flour, because I like a Fudgy Brownie and you like a Fudgy Brownie too, this is gonna be 150 calories. It is gonna be 25 grams of carbs, 13 grams of protein, and 3 grams of fat. And what goes really well with brownies? None other than a cup of coffee. So I just brewed up some coffee and we're gonna make a really healthy drink. You're gonna take your cup of black coffee, you're gonna grab some whole milk, some brown sugar, not white sugar. Brown sugar is very, very healthy. Just like, come on, white bread, brown bread. Brown bread is healthier, has more fiber, more whole grains. Just like that, brown sugar has more whole grains and more fiber than white sugar, and that's why we're gonna use brown sugar. And we're gonna use maple syrup because it is very natural, it comes from a tree, and that is why it is so healthy. So how are you gonna make this? You're gonna grab your cup of coffee, you're gonna put 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar into your warm coffee and allow that to dissolve and melt. Don't use any more than 1/3 of a cup because that's gonna make it a little too sweet and we don't want it too sweet. Then we're gonna use 1/4 of a cup of maple syrup because that is 1 serving of maple syrup. And then we're gonna top it off with a cup of milk. And I know what you're saying. That is not creamy enough. That is not enough milk. Okay, fine. I don't like my coffee very creamy, but if you like it creamier, use about 5 to 6 half and halves, and that's gonna give it the perfect consistency. It is gonna taste like the coffee that you get at your favorite coffee shop, but you made it at home, and it is way healthier because you used a bunch of natural ingredients. Guys, I hope you know I was kidding. Just like the cocoa, the darker the better. Black coffee is what we are drinking. These are out of the oven. It smells so good. It smells amazing. So chocolatey. They're looking really good, but I'm gonna let them chill for a little bit. I'm gonna resist. I wanna dig in right now, but I'm gonna let them cool for a little bit. Let them firm up just a little bit. Let them firm up just a little bit more. And then we're gonna plate it up, dig into these, and give you guys a taste test. But so far, the smell test is insane. And they're looking pretty good. So let's plate this up and try this out. Look at that, they are holding up really well. Quite dense. Even though the batter was super liquidy going into the oven, these came out like a real brownie. They came out really firm, they solidified in the oven. That's a good sign. Let's check out the inside of this first. That looks super moist, super gooey. Or, I can't say the word moist because people don't like it on the internet, so that looks really wet and damp on the inside. I'm taking 1/4 of this and I'm gonna give this to my mother because I'm a good son. First bite. That is really good. I'm so impressed by this recipe. So I taste tested these, I recorded the whole thing, and it wasn't focused, but I think the camera's focused now, so I will give you guys another taste test. These are super delicious. These are really good. My reaction to the first time I tasted these, really, really good. If you look at the inside, like, let me show you guys this. Very moist. A lot of these low-cal recipes have pumpkin or applesauce as a substitute to keep the calories low but still provide moisture, but all this has is soda, and it is providing all the moisture, it is providing all the sweetness. These taste so good. They're so moist, so fudgy. I'm so impressed. Low-cal recipes 98's Instagram is going to be in the description. She is making a ton of cool recipes, so go check out her Instagram page. Go check out this recipe. Try this out because I think you guys will absolutely love it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video.